morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another edition of VIP Playbook. I'm your host, the Ham Dog, Mike Hammer. Alongside my co-host today, my tech-savvy alternate ego, the man, the myth, Mr. TJ Money. How you doing today, TJ?
Doing pretty well, Mike. How you doing today?
Doing good, doing good. Whoo, what an all-star break. First, I've got to tell you guys, we are brought to you by VIP Appliance. Okay, go to VIPApplianceOKC.com. There you will find someone to take care of all your appliance needs. We are home of the $139 vent clean and dryer clean out. Folks, clogged vents is the number one, and I mean the number one cause of house fires. Folks, $139, you need to do this once every 3 years. We'll come out, we'll clean your vents, we will take apart your dryer, we will vacuum it out, we will make sure that it is safe to roll. I just ran into one today that had caught fire. Folks, it happens all the time. Keep your family safe while you sleep, while you're away. If you use your dryer, call us today, 405-331-4342, or visit us at VIPApplianceOKC.com and get scheduled today. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, since for some of you may not know me, and you probably don't, I do have a day job. I am not a professional podcaster, obviously, as you can see, with 50 views or less. I don't think we're going to be making a whole lot of money. But, so yes, I do have a day job, and that is what I do. So I am sponsoring this show for us just to get that out there. Today I was at a, Tristan, get a load of this. I was at a lady's house, and she said, well, my dryer quit working. And so I opened it up, and I found about 2 feet of lint in there.
Oh, wow.
And it had been on fire.
Oh.
Inside the dryer.
Did you stop it?
The dryer was not on fire at the time.
Oh.
It had been on fire. This is what happened. It was an act of God that saved these people's house. Somehow, the fire did not get out of the dryer. It stayed in there because the lint had clogged so bad that there was no oxygen able to get to it. Obviously, the fire needs the oxygen to breathe and to ignite. But it did not. Luckily, the woman was safe. We cleaned her up. We got her taken care of. Ladies and gentlemen, you can too for $139. One more time, VIPApplianceOKC.com and 405-331-4342. Okay. When's the last time you had your vents cleaned, Tristan?
I actually do not know.
Okay.
So,
you might want to look into that.
Yeah, look into it.
Make sure your family's safe. We'll take care of you. Okay. You might be wondering, where's Will? Well, Will has a day job too, and was not able to join us every day, and that's just fine. We are going to miss his fantasy football picks. His fantasy basketball, fantasy football. We are going to miss those picks. And I will say that he helped me win a nice little pot the other night where I went like 6 times my money on fantasy, just on one lineup. So I will miss that. However, we will not be missing our bets. Those are still coming to you. We've got 4 more today. Quickly, we had our first losing day of the season. That's right. We went 1-2, and I'll tell you why. Okay, and this is not to make excuses, but I forced picks. We had a 3-game slate. I looked at it the night before, and I thought, you know what, man, I don't like any of these. But I had to force picks out there when I shouldn't have. So I learned my lesson, and I will not do that again. So anyways, that takes our figures down from 300 to 180. We went 1-2. The Bucks just looked terrible, and the G League Grizzlies actually looked like they were a contending title team. I don't know what was going on, but that was a loss. We got lucky and got the under on that one. And then we also played the Timberwolves and the Trailblazers under 216. That one, we would have gotten extremely lucky to cover on that one as well. That one totaled up to 219, and we missed that one as well. So, first losing day takes our win-loss record to 8-6 on the season. But that's okay, because we've got 4 big picks for you. Coming back February 22nd for the first day back from the All-Star break. I just want to say I did not watch the All-Star game. Did you, Tristan?
I wasn't able to catch that one, but I'm sure my dad did.
I'm sure he did too. I mean, they scored like 200 points in the game. It was an easy over. The over-under was 355.5.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
It was... I couldn't imagine that even being close to under. I was not able to come on and give that pick, but that was an easy pick because every year defense gets less and less and less, and I think that it's all rigged anyways. So, but anyways, that was a snoozer of a game. I don't even know what to say. Although I did enjoy the 3-point contest and the dunk contest.
Who ended up winning that, Mike?
So the 3-point contest was Damian Lillard for his second year in a row. He beat out Trae Young and Karl Anthony Towns in the finals. Steph Curry did a 3-point shootout versus some chick from the Liberty, and I can't say her name, and she beat him. And then we saw the dunk contest where I don't even know how tall the guy is, but he's white, and dunked over Shaquille O'Neal and got a perfect score and won back-to-back titles there for him. Name's Max McClung, G-Leaguer. It blows me away. Okay, so on to tomorrow. You got anything else for us, Tej?
Oh, I don't think so.
Okay. Let's get to it. Our first up on the board today is going to be the Los Angeles Lakers and the Golden State Warriors. Now, when I bet this game, this was last night, the game was sitting at 4.5. Golden State favored. Now, it has quickly risen up to -5.5 and is at -120 odds, which means you have to bet $120 to win 100. Which also means that it's about to go up even higher. Lock this one in while you can. That line is absolutely ridiculous. Something in the water right there tells you have to bet the Golden State Warriors when they're 4.5 points of favorites at home against the Lakers. The last game these two teams played was at Golden State, where the Lakers got them 145 to 144 in double overtime. Okay, everybody was healthy for the Lakers. As far as the Warriors go, everyone was healthy for them as well. Steph Curry had 46. Kuminga had 22. Wiggins 22. Thompson 24. This game was up there, guys. I'm not saying to take the over again in this game. Again, that's at 241.5. If I was actually going to play this one, I'd play the under. I think that the Golden State Warriors blow the Lakers out of the water. Give me a double-digit win for the Golden State Warriors. Lock that one in. That one is tomorrow night on TNT at 9 o'clock Central. If you guys want another little piece on that, I'll tell you why. The Lakers are statistically bad after the All-Star break, especially with this little duo in LeBron James and Anthony Davis. I think they'll have a little hitch in their step. The Warriors were hot. We got off of them. They got beat by the Clippers, turned around the next night and beat the Jazz right before the All-Star break. The they're still riding. Curry's got something to prove after getting beat by a girl in the three-point contest. And he is going to take this team to victory. Lock it in. Warriors, -4.5, now up to 5.5. Get it while you can. I like it even at 6.5. Next up, Oklahoma City Thunder and the Los Angeles Clippers. At home, at Oklahoma City. Oklahoma City's -1.5 right now. They opened at 2.5. The Clippers, again, kind of, I would say, limped in a little bit. Losses against two decent squads, Minnesota and New Orleans, both of which were at home. They did go to Golden State in their last game before the All-Star break and beat them 130-125. They barely beat the Pistons at home, and they beat the Hawks. Now, these two teams have faced off twice so far. The Thunder have beat them at home. They got the first one 134-115. They couldn't miss. They shot like 60% from three. And the Clippers Paul George absolutely got toasty hot with a 38-point game and beat the Thunder in the second game, 128-117. Now, they only play 3 games against each other this year, and the Thunder really, really, really want to get this one. This will be the tiebreak. These two teams are tied for number 2 in the West. They're young. They're hot. And I like them to stay that way. Their last 2 games, they beat Orlando and Sacramento handily. The exact same scores, actually, 127-113, after dropping 2 on the road, Dallas and Utah. Get them back home. We've got Gordon Hayward and Bismack Biyombo. The new pieces that the Thunder got are going to be started to merge into this team. So we'll see what they can do. I don't think that'll slow the Thunder down. I like the Thunder to win this game. I like it to be close. Thunder win by at least 5 in this one. Lock that one in. Thunder -2.5. Okay, my third pick is going to be the Toronto Raptors over the Brooklyn Nets. Raptors are favored by, well, we've got them at 2. They've since gone up to 2.5 on my book. Opened at 1.5. That 2.5 is even money, so I expect this thing to tip off around 2.5. The Brooklyn Nets have absolutely been terrible on the road. They got blown out by Boston by 50 in their last game on the road. They did beat the Raptors at home. They're a different team home and away. The Raptors are going to try and make a run at this thing. I really, really, really like what I see with the last few games that the Raptors have put out there. In fact, the Raptors got beaten the last game that they played versus the Nets. They're a different team, though. So they've gotten rid of Schroeder, Siakam. I like Scotty Barnes to kind of take this thing over late and to get a 30-point outing. I think Scotty Barnes also is an overplay. I'm not releasing that one on the player prop, which is not out yet, but whatever it is, I will be probably playing over. I really like Scotty Barnes in this game. Okay, so Raptors -2, our third pick. And number 3, our number 4, the Houston Rockets versus the New Orleans Pelicans. Okay, let's talk about this one. The Pelicans and the Rockets are, well, let's just say this. The Pelicans, if Zion Williams is not on, they really don't have offense from anywhere else. Ingram has not been hot. You've got Valanciunas, Brandon Ingram, Nance, Marshall. These guys can get hot, but I don't think tomorrow is going to be one of those nights. I think this game actually stays very, very low. The Rockets are putrid on the road. Although Sengun is getting better, I think that the Pelicans, these teams have played 3 times this season, where the Pelicans have only won 1. Okay, they really, really want to get this one versus the Rockets. I think the defense is strong. I do like the Pelicans to win. I think they hold the Rockets to about 100 points. I don't think they score much more than 110. This one is going to stay under 226.5. Lock that one in for our fourth and final pick. Okay, recapping. Golden State, -4.5. We've got Oklahoma City Thunder, -2.5. Houston Rockets and the, Toronto Raptors, -2 at home against the Nets. And the Houston Rockets versus the New Orleans Pelicans, staying under 226.5. What do you think, Tej?
Those are looking like some great picks, Mike.
Okay, let's see. I hope so. We are 8-6. Figures sit at 180. Looking for a 4-0 start to the second half of the season. Guys, thank you so much for listening. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the social medias. We're on YouTube. Give us a like, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. And we're going to keep doing this because we love it. We're going to keep winning. We're going to win some money. And we're going to save lives.
That's right.
Okay. Guys, it's been a fun one. Mike and Teach